Hi, this video is to explain you, or at least to give you some information about the difference between employee that is 1099 and an employee that is a W-2. So sometimes people don't know how to declare them when they're trying to get a quote for workers' comp or general liability, or when they're going to do their audit. You know what category this person that they hire is. So I will also tell you the pros and the cons of having a 1099 or a W-2. So the W-2 is an employee. You usually pay a payroll or a salary, and it's something that you can do weekly or every 2 weeks or monthly, depends. The subcontractor or 1099 is usually an independent contractor, and you pay by jobs or by a contract. So it can be once a month or once every 3 months. The other things about a contractor or an employee is usually the contractor has a little bit more experience because they go already for something specific to work with you. So they usually are already, they already know what they are going to do. They already have the expertise. The W-2 or employee, they may have knowledge, of course, but sometimes you have to train them to know what they need to do in your office or, the job that they're gonna do. The other thing is the expenses. The 1099, usually they charge for the contract or the job. The W-2, as I said, has a payroll or a salary that is usually the same one every week or every month. The subcontractor is whenever the job is there. The other thing is you have, for the 1099, you have less control, meaning they are usually working for you just a few hours during the day or during the week. The employee is usually a 9 to 5 or 9 to 12 per day. Another thing is the legal considerations. For the 1099, usually if you have a contract, you usually cannot fire that person until that contract is finished. For the W-2, you do, if they are not performing as they needed to perform, you can fire them. Another thing is for the 1099, they have a flexibility on time. They usually can do the job when they can. For the employee, usually it's limited to that time of their day or the job that they have with your office. Another thing is insurance. The W-2s usually have the benefit of workers' comp already provided in the contract. The 1099s can have their own workers' comp insurance or their own insurance, so they don't need to be covered on your workers' comp from your office. And then other things is, or benefits of having an employee over a 1099 is that usually they're loyal. They are, because they're longer working with you. They also have, unfortunately, they're maybe a little more expensive for you to have in the office because you need to provide them a computer or some things so they can perform the job. And but usually they're more supportive, or you can have more support on the employees just because they can stay longer during the day, helping you if something comes up, than the 1099s. But well, I hope these explanations are good for you, that you know a little bit if you're hiring a 1099 or a W-2 employee. Thanks.